I'm one of your sisters.
Well, she didn't want to tell you who she really is.
So
That
she was basically saying, well, I'm a spirit just like you. I'm a sister. I'm your sister. You're my brother. We're all sisters and brothers,
yes, this is
cosmically.
how I understood it.
Yeah.
What I suppose this to mean.
But she had
Because
hold of my erect penis. And so, there's something going on
yes,
between us.
yes, of course. So it has a meaning. It
Yeah.
has a meaning, and I am quite sure that she is not just some woman somewhere. They know exactly who you are.
Oh, yeah, because, I knew her. I knew her forever.
Yes, this is what you wrote, and this is what I mean. She is known to you. She is like from before your birth.
Yeah.
You know her from the past,
Yeah.
before you incarnated.
Every time I go into the astral, well, every time I used to go into the astral, everybody knew who I was.
Yes,
And it was like I just slipped into somebody's body in that vicinity, and nobody would look at me as if I'm strange or anything like this. Everybody just carried on as normal. I was people's lovers and friends and different things like this. And so there's a film. It's called Being John Malkovich, and John
I know
Malkovich.
this movie. I know this
Okay,
movie.
yeah. So he used to enter. He go through this little bit of a tunnel in the
I
wall.
know. I know. I know.
Yeah, and he'd enter into other people's bodies and he'd look through their eyes. It was very much like that. When I go into astral, it's like I am being John Malkovich, and
Yes, yes.
it's very bizarre.
He was a puppet player. His profession of John Malkovich was
Yeah,
a puppet player, and this is actually the same as what he did when he was in the body of some person, when he crawled through this
yeah,
tunnel.
yeah,
He got into somebody's consciousness
yeah.
to control him, like a puppet player.
Right.
It's the same thing,
Uh-huh.
and this is actually what happens spiritually.
Are you sure about that? Because I don't remember him manipulating anybody. I remember John Malkovich talking behind somebody's eyes, just like a fly on the wall, just like an observer, not manipulating, not guiding, not doing anything, just finding himself in somebody else's head, going, "What the fuck? I'm in so-and-so's head." And I hope, he was kind of like bit embarrassed that they'd start having sex or something because he didn't really want to be privy to that.
Well, I guess it was not so clear, but in the end, when he was in this he was in this world, like he just saw himself in anyone,
Right.
and in that experience, it seemed to me as if he was in control. But okay, whatever. I can't remember. It's so long ago. I didn't. Okay, but yes. Well, yes. In the real thing is that the spirits are, of course, not necessarily in control all the time. This is just the case when a person is possessed and really very close to the spirit. Then it's really like the spirit controls the human completely. Then, but this is not normal.
No.
It's extreme.
Yeah.
So the thing is, for example, these astral projections you had, you were brought to this place. Someone brought you to this place. It's not that you wanted to get into this room to meet this woman.
I wanted to enter the astral. I tried and tried and
Yes,
tried, and
yes,
then I had no desire, jurisdiction, intention to go anywhere. I never set my focus on going anywhere. I just
yes,
wanted to see what I'll just go wherever I go.
yes. And you were brought to this place. So there must be a reason. Normally in this world, you want to go to a place and then you do it. But in the astral plane, someone else did it. It's not just like you leave your body and then you are just like somewhere. No, there is a spirit who brought you to this place.
Right.
or there's a reason why you got there, and this is related to the spirits, to many more spirits, of course, because we are observed, and they make their plans. Well, they see, okay, he's doing this, and they want you to do this also, and stuff, whatever. So there's huge things going on.
So, what did you make of the two angels, that experience?
Oh, that was yes, I know exactly. Of course, it's a very important thing. So you said that that was the meaning was about her how do you call
Wings.
her wings? Yes, of
Yeah.
course. She didn't have wings, but the male had.
Yeah.
And you interpreted this that your inner personal female part
Yeah.
would need wings
Yeah.
because you were too male,
Yes.
too much into your masculinity.
Yeah.
This might be the case. Yes, of course, it might be the case. But if I would experience such a thing, I don't know. So you were given this probably. I mean, you were given this idea. It
Yes.
was like,
About 2 weeks later, I was given it, having been given a book from a second-hand shop on Carl Jung on archetypes, and I didn't know what archetypes were at this time. I was just picking, these books up, psychology and this, that, and the other, and then I read this one about archetypes, and angels, of course, are archetypes, and then the anima and the animus. Both of these things were in the same book, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm telling you, Edward, on my journey, every single book has been placed in my lap precisely at the right time. And
yes,
I told a scenario about being gifted a book called Zen.
yes, yes,
And this particular time, it was during my incarceration, and I went by the name of Zen because everybody knew me as this guru who was always meditating. And so I was speaking to one guy, and he was, spiritual, knowledgeable, and so we had a great conversation. And he said, "Oh, by the way, I've got a book with your name on it." He said, it was given to me a few months ago. I probably won't read it because it's not my thing. Do you want it? And I said, yeah, sure, I want it. So he brought it out, and it just said Zen on the front of it. So it did indeed have my name on it. That night, I went back and I started to read it. And then within one of the first few paragraphs, it was the explanation as to faith and belief. This was the same day that I had the thing from Yahweh tell me with the illustration of the bridge. Can you make this stuff up? It's just
yes.
too super coincidental. It's just
It's
absolutely synchronistic. It's all paved. Every single
yes,
path is paved.
of course, of course. I mean, it's obvious.